Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Wood Elves playthrough where, well, we're just fighting off some chaos up here again at the moment. We're getting ourselves positioned to deal with them properly. And we're also about to start invading the vampire lands down here in Muscaven. And we're currently also building up to invade Ulthuan. Anyway, let's jump down into it just to see exactly what's going on and where. Where are my armies at the moment? Okay, we've got Orion here. Now we do know we've got some chaos about. We've got a second army which is built up now over here. He's going to start double timing it up this way. He's going to get Durfu dropped into him. These guys are hanging around here for now. Where have those chaos armies gone? We have driven the chaos armies off for now, but I'm going to keep them there just to keep an eye on what's going on. Right. You two are recruiting a little bit, aren't you? You've already moved, so let's end turn. So the Empire are actually being very helpful there, and they're chasing off quite a large proportion of the Chaos forces for me, which is useful. So things are going slightly better there, as we chase all of them off. So probably not going to have to worry about those Chaos forces just yet, anyway. So we'll see how that goes. I'm fairly confident I can batter them up here with a few well-timed ambushes as well. The War Herd of Chaos has charged up against Bretonnia, so I don't need to worry about them quite so much. Bretonnia should be able to batter them relatively easily, actually, so that's good for me. Still a lot of Skaven fighting going on, but I think the Skaven down there are about to fall. I think Clan Pestilence is about to be no more, which will be good. We do still have I forget which clan it is. Queek's clan over there. You're not getting a peace treaty. The Cult of Pleasure keeps trying to get peace treaties with me. I don't think I'm ever going to give them one. I mean, they are quite powerful, that said, so I do want to be careful, but... No, that's not happening. And the Empire is still... I said the Empire pretty much hasn't really been changing all that much. I mean, there's been a little bit of northward expansion from some of the factions, but, you know, but not a huge amount, actually. They've been fairly stable through this game. As I said, some of the minor factions did get wiped out, but, and as I said, the Empire did manage to confederate Marienburg, but that's about it, really. So, I'm quite surprised. I'd actually preferred to have an ascendant empire where it was all one nation, because they'd be such a bigger force to be reckoned with, rather than all these little forces. But then again, the little forces still work well for me defensively. As you can see, they're still throwing armies about the place. But at the same time, it means they're not posing too much of a threat, and they're not taking places I want to take. The dwarfs are probably the biggest other faction than me over here. And even them, I mean, I've got fairly comparable. If I'm not probably, I am bigger than them, so that's not a huge issue either. It's only really across the water where the High Elves are that there's any sort of issues. Ooh, that was fun. So Chaos battered them there. We've got another Chaos army coming in up there. And the Vargar fighting back up there while I'm dealing with Chaos. I do need to keep dealing with Chaos, however, first. So Durfu is ready for duty. We'll get him into that one. That's nice, easy auto. Oh god, I said nice, easy auto. Ooh! Yeah, we'll intercept. I'm going to auto that as well. There's another Chaos Army over there, so actually we're going to double time it up to offer a bit of support, just to keep them off us. Then we're going to re-grab over there. You're good, you're nearly ready. Where is my new army? Right, you are going to be swapped out. For Durfu. It gives me a little bit more movement, guys. Just going to move up here. I'm tempted to get I would like another army there, but right now I can't really afford to move any. Let's just check where all of my armies are. Let's check I've not forgotten an army, because I have been known to do this. And these are all not actually being used at the moment. So no, we don't have an extra army, so we've only got those armies out at the moment, which isn't a bad thing. It's just I would like another army for this invasion. But that's going to start costing us a lot of income. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure what that does. We're going to recruit him and see. I don't think it does anything. It's just a unique thing for this guy. Right, and he can start recruiting. Forest Dragon, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. 6 of them. Can we recruit any lords here? Oh no, we have to recruit them over here, don't we? I can't actually recruit any more heroes at the moment. So he's going to be a hero-less army, which I do have a few of. There's nothing wrong with that. What do I want instead of heroes in here then? Oh, I can get some Hawk Riders in there. Give them even more archers. And a lot more mobility there. So yeah, we're going to throw a couple of Hawk Riders in. And this is a lovely thing about High Elves. This huge army, 5 turns, guys, that'll take to build up. It's going to be expensive, so we're not going to be able to hold there. We're going to want to start advancing again very quickly. Which treatment is this? So yeah. And let's end turn. So the Empire is pressuring the Norsicans as well for me there, which is good. It means I don't need to be worrying about the Norsicans quite so much. We're just going to keep the pressure on down into the deserts at the other point. For now, we are still being useful there. I suspect going after Chaos there. I don't know where that Chaos Army's going, and I'm not that bothered if it's not going into my territory.
I welcome you to the King's Glade.
Ooh, he wants a peace treaty. It's not happening. So yeah, the Lawmasters, they've invoked my, they've called my wrath down on them. I am going to be invading Lothan. I could have thrown them a peace treaty and just gone for the Dark Elf territory there, but no, I'm going to go in and we're going to take as much of Lothan as we can. As quickly as we can. Now, I do, you know, there are a lot of armies there, so I do need to be careful, but my armies are very powerful. But the thing I have to remember is they are also very good archers, so... nope, that's not happening. Interestingly, Mazamundi's not at war with Pestilence, which I'm a bit surprised by. I was expecting him to be in a fairly bitter war with Clan Pestilence over there, so... Clan Pestilence has a lot of agents battering the armies there, but I think they know they're on their last legs. But if I can successfully get control of Ulthuan as well here, guys, that's going to be a huge coup for me militarily. It's going to give me a lot more territory, a lot more income, guys, and it's going to give me a much better position to launch invasions on other parts of the world with as well. So from there we'll potentially look at invading Naggarond as well, or Naggaroth as well, and burning them out. But we'll see how it we'll see how it goes, guys, because I don't necessarily want to be battering, you know, well, going there first. I'm not necessarily going to take everywhere in this game, especially as I'm allied with pretty much every good nation anyway.
Your words and heart are hollow.
No, I don't want a non-aggression pact with you, especially as you're probably not going to last long. In fact, if I get bored, I might just go and squish them. That's definitely not happening. This is the interesting thing, when the Chaos do start rolling in again and again and again like they are now. Ooh, well. No point in fighting that. That would have just been boring to fight. But when Chaos start rolling in like this again and again and again, everybody starts allying, including some of the hostile nations, guys, which is quite interesting because and I guess technically that's the way it actually works in the actual lore, because the final battle, a lot of the people we would consider bad guys were working with the good guys. Colonise there. You can head down and colonise here. Buffing up your damage. And we've got that entire province now. Not that it makes any difference as the Wood Elves. Some of these guys are getting quite tough now. Let's grab you, Deadly Onslaught. And we're going to push down into the Vampire territory next. We're going to prepare an invasion of here as well, so that's going nicely. I don't think I can get there quick enough to take anything anyway. Send turn. That's an interesting shaped army. The Great Swords, the Empire Great Swords are really interesting units because I guess they're kind of like my glaives, but they're not quite as... Well, no, they're a bit more survivable than my glaives. Even there, they're not survivable. A lot of the greatsword infantry, I do really like it, but what I find with all the greatsword infantry is it's very... It lacks survivability. It takes, you know, it gets burnt down quickly, which is not always good, because you get hit and you get knocked over very quickly by it, which is a bit annoying, actually. So, it does a lot of damage, and don't get me wrong, they do a lot of damage to the enemy, but they just don't have the survivability of some of the other units. But they are generally the mainstay of a lot of armies, so... What I almost want to do here is wait for the Dark Elves to expand along the coast a little bit, and then I can follow them in. And once they've expanded... Because once they've expanded down the coast, their armies are going to be a bit more stretched. And I can just hammer into the side of them, which would potentially be potentially be good for us, because they've got a lot of armies there at the moment. And while I'm confident I could win, I don't necessarily want to be going in there against all of their forces at once. Certainly while I've only got 2 armies there. Because even if I win and take a lot of damage, it means I've got to stop my advance. Whereas waiting until I've got enough forces there to really be able to push my advance is good. The other thing, though, is income-wise. What do I want? And I need to keep pushing to maintain my income as well, because I am running on a negative income at the moment, so my income is made by being aggressive, by taking settlements.
I welcome you to the King's Glade.
Yeah, you can have military access. So many factions still in existence, which I said, I'm shocked by how many factions are still in existence at this point in the game. And I think it's down to me sort of forming this coalition of friendly powers. But then again, some of them who usually get battered really early on have actually managed to survive. So, oh, well, that's simple. We enter war on the side of our ally. Oh, well, Durfu's just gained a target.
Of the Lady Ariel.
Nope. I'm just going to declare war on him next time he asks that.
If I had my way, the Wild Hunt would trap...
No, I'm not paying you for military access of your single territory. That last little non-main faction there of the High Elves hanging on. The Doomtide. So we've got more Chaos Lords. And once again, they're not the final Chaos Lords, which is a little worrying. I almost want to be ambushed. Ah! Well, that did that. They didn't last long. Durfu can start heading back down.
Orion! Setting forth.
What do you need?
We're splitting up a bit. One's going to go there, one's going to go there. When is the final Chaos Invasion going to actually happen? Because this is about our 6th one, which is actually getting a little annoying at the moment. Okay, we're probably going to need some reinforcements there. Well, we're going to need to bring both my armies together to deal with the forces of chaos coming through. I don't think either of them have lightning strike, which is probably remiss of me, actually. I might have needed lightning strike, but we're going to try and do our usual trick of pulling them onto us in a good set of ambushes. So to blunt their force anyway. A good solid ambush there should batter them, so let's see what they do. At this rate, at some point they're actually going to break through my line here, but that said, even if they push me back, there is a huge amount of very large Empire armies behind me. Doing very well, so even if they break past me, they've got a lot of armies to face off against behind me, so that's not necessarily the end of the world, but it would be a bit of a pain for me to lose that territory up there, especially the Hell's Gate, because that's a 10% extra income settlement. So there are a few more settlements like that around the place. You know, if I took Altdorf and if I took Bretonia, they would do the same, but the downside I would do is I'd have to take them on. Yeah, we will join your war with Queek. Oh, they're not doing well, though. They lost an entire army there, from the looks of it. So actually, I'm nearly ready to invade there. Once we've got that other army up and running, we will be invading Ulthuan and trying to capture Ulthuan as quickly as we can. I want to know what happens to the gates if the High Elves take them, because if I can level them up and build and recruit there, they will be incredibly useful settlements for me to pump out armies from. I mean, having gates to defend, if I actually get to defend the actual gates as well, that'll be really big. Knights of Origo doing their thing down there. There is quite a lot of chaos still battering Araby as well, so again, I do need to just keep an eye on everything there, because again, they have the possibility to start causing problems, though I suspect the other nations are going to deal with them first, so I'm not massively worried. And we're going to be starting a massive war with the vampires soon, which will batter the vampires down. I mean, they're not going to be able to survive against me, let alone the rest of the world. Archers against vampires work really nicely because they can focus fire down their lords, which causes their armies to crumble very quickly if I get it right. And they don't have any archers themselves, so I can skirmish them very, very easily. Those Chaos Hordes are pretty much done now. They're just the last remnants of them there.
Come, the beauty of Athelloren is seldom seen.
Yeah, you can have a military alliance. Ooh, I was spotted frozen for a second there. Right. We can step out and enter ambush stance, and we can double time down to here. Now they're potentially going to come across here, but I don't reckon they can hit me at the same time as they do that. I want that forest dragon, but I can't quite get there yet. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. Extra speed for my elven units. That's coming along nicely. 2 turns until he's ready. And let's call my allies to help. And they all came. Now, I am at war with here. So so I do need to be a little careful. I'm going to raise and settle. I do lose a lot of troops by doing that, but at the moment I actually need the income, so...
I acquiesce to your request.
Anyone else I can start trading with at the moment? Nope. Oh my god, so there is still another one of the other Dark Elf factions alive and well over there.
You need me?
Okay, so we're going to start expanding here, which should help our income a bit more again. No, and we're just going to keep going, guys. So we're going to keep this pressure on. If I need to drop an army, I will drop an army. But for the moment, I want that third army up, just to keep the expansion on, keep that pressure of expansion on. I need 2 armies in the north, annoyingly, to deal with the chaos invasions, the chaos incursions. But you know, I could potentially fall back and let somebody else take the brunt of that, but I don't really want to unless I absolutely have to. We're going to be doing a bit of raising and seeding now, a raising and regrowing settlements, simply because of the income need, the extra income that will gain me as well, and we're going to be throwing out extra income onto all of our settlements. It is this new army which is costing me so much at the moment, and once I've expanded a bit, that should slacken the issues that I'm gaining from there. And worst comes to worst, once we've knocked down a few settlements, we can always knock down that army. So, and we've got the unused army down here as well at the moment, which I'm just keeping there as a little bastion, which I can also get involved aggressively again if needed. So, I kind of want to move them elsewhere, but I kind of need them there to help deal chaos. Now, oh, we could move down here and seed this bit of coast, and then we can get take the bulk of chaos, that chaos horde here, and then he can actually help against the vampires as well. I think I have a plan there. So let's go forest parts of Araby. So still a lot going on up here, which is good because it means they've all got forces up here fighting the Norscans, but I'm hope they'll redirect some to Chaos. If Chaos breaks through, they'll redirect some against Chaos. It's just losing Prague would be bad. That's actually quite a valuable bit of territory for me because I do get quite a bit of income off it, so I'd probably done better pursuing the war with the dwarfs we fought about earlier, but I'm actually quite glad I didn't, because they've proven to be quite good allies, actually, so... its capital settlements tend to be good. I don't know if here counts as a capital. It's where Queek starts, but I don't know if it actually counts as a capital settlement, so...
The beauty of Lauren is so...
Yep, I will join that war. Ooh! It's not even worth us fighting. The Puppets of Chaos are actually doing surprisingly well over there, so I do need to keep an eye on them still, but... most of these rogue armies are just sitting around not doing much at the moment.
How can I assist you?
See, it's getting expensive now. I mean, we've still got 15 turns worth of income there, so I'm in no rush to...
Lady of the Asbury.
Right, you're going to start sailing down there.
Asray.
Next turn. We can double time back up here. I'm hoping to get an ambush off there. She's getting there. Well, no, let's grab this one.
I thirst for the hunt.
And let's end turn. Let's see if we get that ambush off, guys. That's the key thing here, is that ambush we've set up. If I get that off, we will become... Yeah, well, we won't become anything. We'll batter that Chaos Army anyway. It'll be nice to get that off. It'll be a nice, satisfying ambush there. I suspect the Empire are going to start colonising over there as well, which I'm not fussed about. That I'd like the Empire to become a little bit more ascendant. What's going on there? Oh, it's Averland. I thought it was empty territory for a second there. No, so the Empire expanding a bit would be good, actually. So I'm happy to see that happening. If the Dowie don't do it first. So, I mean, this is the nice thing about me, is I don't necessarily need to worry about the territories I take, because I can actually just sit there, I can actually just take random little territories, because I don't need to worry about regions and region bonuses and things like that, guys. So actually, for me, taking these random little territories is actually quite good on occasion, because it gets me little clumps of territory throughout the place. I can see what's going on. I can push up armies quite quickly, as you've seen, wherever I need to. We're going to keep pressuring the vampires next, though I might go and have a little lightning war over here against Queek, against the Skaven. Batter the Skaven with my archers against clan... Which clan is it? Let's see, we'll see in a second. Clan Moors, that's what it is. We're about to launch our invasion of Ulthuan as well, which is going to be a major push for us. I don't think Chaos didn't fall for our plan, unfortunately. Averland are marching armies, considering they're a little place. They've got a couple of reasonable sized armies, which they do move around the place and had been useful on occasion, so... This is the other thing. I think at the moment I could probably go to war with anybody and everybody else would follow me. However, it would only take a couple of those wars to completely destroy my reputation. And it's not worth it for me. So... He says, eyeing up Telia. Telia would be nice. I reckon I'd get another 10% from taking, however I pronounce their capital, but it's just not worth it. I'll get far more from battering into Lothan, actually, so that's going to be a very good place for us to take. But Lothan itself will definitely give us 10%, and there's going to be a few unique buildings over there, I think. And as I said, if what I've heard is correct, there will be a few places over there I can actually capture fully, so I'm looking forward to that.
You stand before the king in the woods.
No! He doesn't get it, does he? What's the war herd doing? Puppets. Ooh. I don't think the Varg are long for this world at this point.
I'm on this enchant.
We're also just going to sit here in ambush stance. Oop, Clan Pestilence is now gone.
Can I offer assistance?
And now it's time to move.
Anything is possible.
Lady of the Glade. Starting out.
Where are we over here?
Glade Lord, at your service.
Let's take the 2%. Now, I've got to be careful because I could easily get ambushed over here. But anyway, guys, with the invasion of Ulthuan underway, or just about to hit the shore, we are going to end this one right here, guys. And as always, thank you very much for watching. And I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to throw any comments down below in the comments, obviously, or on my Discord server, which there is a link to in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter and to my Patreon accounts. Thank you everybody for watching.